again. Son of a bitch. Why do they always do this? But what's good with everybody on this? What's today? Southern Saturday. You already know we right here. We're decided to hop on chop with an individual. See what's the talk of the town is going down the word of the curve. You heard me? Let me just set this up because it has a new setting type shit. I don't know. I don't know why YouTube makes all these changes all the time. I liked the other one before. It was a lot better, a lot smoother. But what's good with the folks wanting to chop it up? See what's good with the folks in the lokes. Hey, Joe, what's good, my boy? What's cracking like? Mr. Pasa is definitely up in the casa for the raza. ¿Qué onda, carnal? ¿Qué es la buena vida? What's cracking like, Jose? What's good with the... You already know we shilling like a vid. Now, for those who are curious, I did drop videos on this channel if you guys want to scope those out, you know, about my opinions on the subjects I was asked the last time on my lives regarding the whole hood stocks thing and the stealing content and whatnot. Yeah, I bet, bro. Yeah, I'm not one much of a person who likes to drive, so I feel you. I feel you. So it feels good to finally be back home. There's no place like home. More peace of mind. Motherfuckers still fighting over Jordans when a specific pair release. Bro, that's the way it is, though. You gotta keep in mind, a lot of people are materialistic, right? A lot of people know the buzz that it will come. It's not so much about the shoes themselves, but the buzz around them is what they're seeking to gain. You know, not so much because the material thing, right? Not saying everybody, but there's a lot of people that are like that. And then you also have people that are collectors, right? The people that are collect shoes, um, who are looking at, you know, for their collection or whatever the hell, right? Like those are the ones that are like really obsessive, you know. Those are the ones that will take it to that extreme for their reasons, whatever they may be. Look at who's the one that has the most expensive shoe collection? That guy, PJ Tucker, the basketball player. I think it's like his shoe collection is worth like 20 something mil. Bro literally has a whole entire like apartment just for his shoes. You know, he even has those weird shoes like the ones from those expensive brands that look like shit, that look all ripped and old and beat up, but just because they're expensive. What is it called? Like Balenciaga or whatever the fuck the name of that shit is. I'm just like, why? Why though? Why? People are a trip. The more I see stuff like that, the least I understand people. You know, the things they do is just like, that's insane. It's like they'll put out some crap, but just because it's from a certain brand and it's costs a lot of money, that's what gets people to go and buy it. Like, what the fuck? Like you're literally being sold shit, but you don't care because it's shit that's expensive and not everyone could afford it. So therefore, you can say that you have that shit. That shit runs. Like I would get it at least if it's something nice or useful, right? But it's true. What's cracking like a dashboard? It's, it is not a series to life over just issue. No, but not even because it's Jordan, because Jordan himself has said that if it was up to him, he would not sell his shoes so expensive. And as a matter of fact, he said he wouldn't even spend that much money on shoes, right? But he has no authority over that because he signed his rights away, right? Just put his name on the stuff. He has no control over what Nike does with that. Chap is a right, especially if you're somebody who comes from nothing, right? And then now you're being offered all this money and opportunities, right? People just end up signing the contracts without actually reading them, right? So then when they don't like whatever the company's doing, there's not much that they can do about it, though. It's one thing I liked about Shaq when he did his shoe deal, right? Instead, going independent and selling his shoes affordable at Walmart, because he said growing up he wasn't able to afford pairs of shoes. So I think that was pretty commendable. Tomorrow's flight at 6 p.m. Last 2 days. I'm back anyway. Oh, I bet. Damn, at 6 p.m. All right, so you guys are taking that later flight then, huh? I'm gonna miss everyone I met in SoCal. I feel you. I mean, it's just a drive away. It's not that far. Yeah, but no place will ever replace home, though. That's just the way it is, though. It's just the place that we feel the most comfortable at, though. Like it's half white, or just considered white. I think not. Well, it depends what you could consider white to be, though, because there's people that you call them white and they'll be like, no, I'm British. No, I'm Italian. No, I'm fucking Swedish. I'm Danish. And you're just like, okay. I think they think when you say white, I think they think like of American and not so much the skin complexion. Right? Somebody could be referring to as white as like the skin color, right? But they'll think that you're like thinking that they're American. So they're like, what? I'm not American. Which is weird when British say that, right? Because, I mean, well, technically, Americans are Europeans. Just calling it how it is. Well, what these Americans consider, right? Not actual Americans, like, indigenous. But even, like, let's say even he is half white or half whatever he is, half is still raza. Like, I find it strange when people do consider, like, let's say if somebody, like, I talked about this before, right? Like, people considered, like Klay Thompson or like Blake Griffin, they consider them black, but their other parent is white, though, so they're black and white. They're just not black, right? Just because one parent's black doesn't mean that they're automatically just black. But that's how people see it, and it's like that's retarded. Like you're just gonna dismiss the other half of his ethnicity, right? He's considered both because he has both in him. He was raised with, sides of, his heritage, because you have the side of the white parents' family, and then the side of the other parents' family who's black. So you're raised with both cultures. So when people just consider one of these strange, because and, and it's even worse when it comes from our people, bro. When they do that, right? Like, because they'll be like, now, well, they're not true Mexicans, though. They don't have like full Mexican blood in them. Like, full Mexican blood? Interesting. What does that look like, my boy? Like, that literally goes against everything that our people are, bro. Of mixed heritage. Goofballs. It's almost sad, though, when it comes from our own, right? Because it's just lack of education or just, that's crazy. Americans have the same problem too, right? When they do it, it's just like, Lord. I blame the internet. Damn, my boy, that's a long ass trip. 20 hours? Fuck. Hey, just hope that, the ones that are sitting around you aren't like those type that are like out of control, right? Like the ones that like to fucking, like, be coming in and out and fucking kicking your seat and, acting rowdy or wanting to talk right when you're not interested in talking. I like comfy. See, that's the thing. If somebody's wearing something, right, and let's say the item is goofy looking or weird, right? But they're wearing it because whatever reasons that they like it for, maybe it's soft, maybe it's warm, maybe whatever reasons are though. I actually commend that though. Like like I'm like, all right, that's cool, right? Because they actually have reasons of why they're doing it, right? Not like people that are like, oh yeah, I'm getting the Yeezys because everyone's getting the Yeezys because that's the thing to do now. You know what I mean? Like, well, everyone else is getting them. This is what everybody else is looking to get right now. This is what's trending. That's the stuff that's the point of view that I'm just like, do you have no shame, bro? Can't you think for yourself? Right? Or critiquing somebody because they're not in the trends, right? Like, oh, can you believe they're wearing this and that? Why? Because it's not what's appealing to you, right? That's why I don't give a fuck what I'm wearing. I'm wearing it because I like it. Period. Don't worry about me. About some Jordans. People are fighting over. Serio? That's crazy, bro. It's a trip. I bought some Jordans. I wasn't impressed. You don't come to. That happens a lot, though. People feel like they like something just because of the name it has attached to it. Like I'm telling you, like people show me stuff. Like I'm just not. I don't see the fascination though. I don't get it though. Like nah, bro. It's cause see, there's only 5 of these pairs ever made. Like well, shit. I can see why. Well, no, trust me, I get that part, bro. That's not the part that has me, baffled. Like, and what the fuck does that have to do with anything? I'm one of the 6 people that has this item. Who gives a flying fuck, though, bro? What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Nah, but then I'll be recognized as one of the 6, that have these. Okay, I guess. I guess that's worth thousands, right? To be seen that way. So you're technically paying for the image that it gives you. That's what the payment is for, then. To be able to say that you're one of the 6 that owns this item. So that's essentially what you're trading in the money for. No, it's for the item too, though. Okay, bro, tell yourself whatever yourself, bro. It's all good. Accepting the reality is just trust me, bro. You'll feel better. It's like I could make something right that's unique, right, and no one else will have it but me. Does that mean that I get to say that I'm the only one that has this item, right? No, because it's not worth 600,000. Oh, so I have to so I have to get it to that level, huh? Then it will gain some worth. So then get it to that level, then it would actually be worth that. So then what will make the difference now, though? The lore, the information, then. So the myth behind it, then. So that's what you're paying. I'm telling you, just the status, not the actual item, because nothing has changed. So you're paying for the status. That is what you're chasing. The status. Sounds like you're having some, sounds like you have a lot of things that you need to maybe seek therapy, get some understanding to why you are the way you are. There's a reason why you need that sort of attention. What's going on? What happened, bro? Let's get to the bottom of it. Why do you need to be praised by others? What's going on? I don't know if Other minors own the stock in private prisons of the basketball player, but there are Jordan's who has. There's a lot of people that have stocks in a lot of businesses. Um, I don't know if it's Michael Jordan. It could. I don't know. It could. Maybe. Who knows? Right. I know that he has stocks in NASCAR for some strange reason. I guess he's a NASCAR fan. Which is actually, like, oh, damn, NASCAR, really? Because it's the opposite of the sport that he's into, right? Or in, right? And he never comes off as somebody who's like a big car guy. It's actually 9 p.m. here. All right. I feel you. When Shaq made a deal with Reeboks, it was control. Even their mother and her kids money to buy that. It should be they said. Yeah. No, but that was later when he had bought. He tends to do that a lot. He buys companies that are struggling to try to like help them, like he did when he got Papa John's. Papa John's was struggling financially, and when he got control of Reebok was struggling financially. When he invested in Google wasn't even a thing yet, right? So he invested in something that was, trying to come up. And now even, him buying, majority ownership in the Sacramento Kings when they were a company that was struggling and looking for a buyer as well. And I gotta give it to him though. He does tend to turn the businesses around somehow. I mean, who knows? Maybe he's good at business. I mean, he has a lot of degrees. He has a lot of doctrines. My guy is literally, the actual Steven Seagal. All the tales that Steven Seagal tells, but this guy actually does because he's actually a sheriff and a doctor and a all this and that. A rapper, a basketball player, a movie, video games. Like, holy fuck. Where the fuck does he find the time for this? Well, I mean, he wasn't married, right? He was divorced, so he probably just threw himself into his work to distract him. Don't want to be alone with them thoughts. Gets pretty rough. But I'm pretty sure I have to leave the home because it's 2 hours away. Damn, 2 hours? Fuck. Get to the airport? That's crazy. LAX right here is only like maybe like a 40-minute drive. 45, 40. Because, once you hit the, you'll be like stuck there forever. It's like a 10-minute drive to get there, but then being stuck at the entrance, you'll probably be there for a good while. It's just always packed. It's funny when Americans right now, they're not European. Or like, you mean when they have like Filipino or like fucking like African blood in them, or like, yes, because Africans, not everyone in Africa's, dark skinned. There is whites that live there. There is whites in Africa. Like, no, there's no. Some people that just be arguing. I'm telling you, some people that I have actually debated, man, that just leave me scratching my head. Like, how the fuck do you not know this, bro? I literally had people tell me that they thought that Africa was a fucking a country, bro. Like, what? It's a continent, you fucking. Oh my god. Like, just go home. Like, they're African. Like, yeah, really? What part? Like, what country in Africa? What do you mean, what country in Africa, bro? Africa. Like, what? You do know that Africa has multiple countries in it, right? You know that it's a continent. No? Like, fucking A, bro. And we're the dumb ones. Cholos are stupid. Oh. And I'm the dumb one? Huh. Well. Interesting. What's cracking like an El Jesus is definitely up in the building, tapping in from Stockton. Sends my boy. Klay Thompson is dating. Is ain't no wonder why his game has been, whack lately. So he's going through that thing that happens for some strange reason. Like whenever a basketball player starts dating like this, celebrity type person, all of a sudden they suck at basketball. True story. David Booker, when he was dating one of the Kardashians, he sucked. James Harden as well. Odom, Ben Simmons. And then as soon as they break up with them, all of a sudden they start playing chingon again. I don't know why that happens. Maybe they're getting less sleep. Maybe they're distracted. Maybe practicing as much. Who knows? Right? So that probably explains why he's been whack lately. How long has he been dating her for? Let me find out. Let's find out if the timeline matches. Because something definitely happened with his game, bro. That shit fell off. And I was a Klay Thompson fan, shit. I wanted him to, when he left the Warriors, I definitely wanted the Lakers to get him. I actually thought we were going to get him because they made room for him. And his dad was a leader, he's actually still works for the Lakers as their broadcaster. So I really thought we were going to get him. Because Klay Thompson was good, bro. Not just his shooting, right? Because he was better at threes than Steph Curry. Remember, he beat Steph Curry in the three-point shooting contest when they went up against each other. And he had better statistics than Steph Curry, actual three-point shooting. But he had something that Steph Curry didn't have. Well, besides size, he had defense. He was a good defender. He blocked in, multiple steals. Like he was a defender. Steph Curry is not really much of a defender, probably because of his size, but. And then out of nowhere, it's just like, man, bro, he can't make a basket to save his life. Just like how Mexico. Let's consider Los Pochos. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like, ustedes no son mexicanos. ¿Dónde nacieron? A ver, sí, cierto. Ustedes son gabachos. Porque los mexicanos están aquí en México, no allá. Lo que no estaban diciendo que pinche que California era parte de México, que no es México, es lo que estaban diciendo. Ahora ya no es cierto. Pues ¿cuál es, Nomás cuando les conviene. Serio. Oh, you already know, bro. Always. The homie Derek is definitely up in the building. So there's no such thing as Mexican blood first and foremost. Yeah, facts. But there is people out there that still see it that way, though. It's strange, bro. It's strange. I'm telling you, bro. Like, I have even had like when there's been people out there, even certain ones who have channels who have said this that people like and follow. As a matter of fact, even Dubs has said stuff like this, right? Where it's like, don't call me Hispanic. I don't like to be considered Hispanic. Don't call me Hispanic. I want nothing to do with Spain and what they did and came and do. I want nothing tied to, to when they came to Mexico and they did the thing that they did, right? Because it's almost like you're embracing it or accepting it. And so that's why people don't want nothing to do with the word Hispanic or Spain in itself. And it's like, bro, you're fucking speaking Spanish, my guy. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, that is not the language of your native, land, bro. The native of the indigenous. That is not the language of the indigenous people. You're speaking Spanish, but you want nothing to do with them? That's fucking. Then I don't understand. You represent the Mexican flag. That's another thing that was a part of theirs, right? So what? You're just picking and choosing what you like. Like, I don't get it. How exactly does your views work here? So it's like maybe some parts, so you're gonna keep those. Some parts you don't like, you're not gonna. Doesn't make any sense. That's what I mean, though, and it's like, that's a strange comment to make, considering that you're speaking Spanish. You're not saying nothing about that. You have to get rid of that and start learning the language of your indigenous, heritage, as you claim. Not only that, but even the last name that you're out of, bro. Where do you think those last names came from? You'd have to get rid of that too. People are strange. I don't want to make any friends and connections. Just sometimes. No, that's everyone. There's just people, there's some people that are just not. And right off the bat, you can tell if you're going to be gelling with a person. There's just some people that are just not really good at that. The mistake that some people make is thinking that everyone views the world like how they view it, right? So then when they try to spark a conversation, right, they throw their views out there like if it's like cool, right? When you may see it differently, right? But they don't ever think about those options because they feel like how they view the world is how everyone else views it and how everyone should view it. So they don't mind, crossing boundaries. From other Khalifas, hey, shut up. That makes it comfortable as fuck. See, that's good. Like I have always liked the Cortezes. Like I always, you know, felt like they were comfy. Like, like to me, I have never found nothing wrong with them or why to seek to look out for another shoe. Right? I like how they look, like how they feel. Like for me, the Jordans are just too wide. I prefer the ones like how the Cortezes look. Right? I just prefer that look, and I like the patterning too. Whereas Jordan just has too many colors for my liking. Yeah, see, there's that like prefer like multiple colors and stuff like that. I'm more of the plain. Like I don't really like so many colors, especially bright colors. You get bored easily on that, especially if you don't want to. Movies that they. Yeah, I feel you. That is true. There's not much you can do. It's not like you'd be on your phone and shit like that, right? Probably a good book. Some good books. Yeah, because you would have to watch a lot of movies. I mean, a 20 hour airplane trip. That's like fuck. Well, and nowadays runtime of movies, maybe not. Having the movies been like 2 hours and 40 minutes long lately. Hey, because everyone always complains about like plots and like, they didn't dive into this. So since they don't want these critics always being, coming and being critique of their movie, they try to shove it all in there. Like, damn, the movie was 3 hours long. Like, well, yeah, motherfucker, you guys always bitching about how they didn't add this and that. Like, you want them to talk about everything you want them to talk about just within an hour? It's crazy. Person, German or Scottish? I guess it's want to be referred to. Like, there's a homie at my Hale. He's Irish, right? People call him, like, look at this white boy. He's like, I'm not white. For what? I'm Irish. Like, okay. And he does get mad when people consider him white. Because I think, well, I don't know. I'm thinking that because he thinks he's white is like considering him like American. That's what I think. Right? It never really caught my interest that much where I would be like, hey, for why are you getting mad because they're calling you white? You look white. But he's like, no, he's Irish. Cool. Right? So I'm thinking, though, they must work the same over there, right? You want to be called Scottish and German? It's all the same, right? It's like, well, would that be like European? I guess to maybe it has the pride in their actual heritage, right? So they want you to be specific. Maybe you're right. So it's like, as European, I mean, you can consider anywhere in Europe, right? So maybe because this gives them at least, well, guiding their homeland, actually, right? Yeah, maybe pride in their heritage. Like, well, to be exact, not just European. I am, because then it'd be like, you can still confuse them for like German or Scottish, right? Like, no, 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 no. I am Irish. Oh, okay. All right, all right, all right. Spencer, Spencer. Probably because, like, with Latinos, we do that, right? Like, let's say if somebody's from, no, people just don't say, like, oh, I'm from South America. They'll say, I'm Salvadorian, or I'm, from Honduras, or I'm from fucking Guatemala. You know what I mean? They don't just say, like, oh, I'm South American. They're specific, so maybe that's why. But then places, people that are like Mexicans or like Americans, they don't do that because they're like, well, I'm Texas. I'm Texan. Or they just say they're Americans. Or they're white. People will just say that they're white. So I probably would have to do a lot with that then. Mexicans look like Jesus. The portrait? But that's not really Jesus, though. That's not who Jesus really was, though. That is some fucking, the son of some fucking king out there who tried to, pass his son off as Jesus. So all those Mexicans that have that portrait of Jesus in their living room, right? When that's actually not Jesus. Era la foto de Jesus. Like, that is not Jesus, bro. That is the son of some crazy ass king out there who's trying to pass his son off as Jesus, bro. How can you say that? It's true. Read the history. I have a video on my channel if you guys want to see it. Literally have and I got so many threats because of that video, right? Like, people are like, oh, this photo. Like, do your fucking, I don't know what I'm talking about. Do your fucking history, bro. Learn your history. There's not Jesus in that fucking portrait. Like, just merely coming and speaking facts of things. It's a trip, though. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my lunch break is over. I get back to it. It was good chopping it up with you guys, and we are out.